which is people sometimes say it's the backbone of SoA. So we will be doing the Beeple to its depth. We will be using all what is all available in Beeple. We will be covering that. So on the first, we will talk about what Beeple is, why Beeple helps in orchestration, what orchestration means. Then we talk about the concept like partner links, services, what type of interaction pattern you need to have. So we will really talk about everything what as a Beeple, when you have to code, you should know. Then we will be talking about on the part 4, we will be talking about important concepts like adapters, which makes one of the most important part of a Beeple or the SoA suite, and a fault handling. In the part 5, we will be talking about what the mediators are. You know, what mediators can do, what are the mediators and what they do, and how, you know, how to make the things work using mediators. On the part 6, we will talk about human tasks, which are like workflows, where if if I need some approval systems and that needs somebody to approve it, so I need some workflow. So all these type of workflows are implemented in human tasks, and we will see how they perform. Then we will also talk about business rules, which are used to keep the volatile rules. So how to keep these volatile rules if I have it in my organizations. So we will talk on that. OSB. OSB is a new component that has been acquired by Oracle as part of WebLogic. So we will see what OSB is, how you can use OSB to you know, enhance the performance of your system, and see how powerful OSBs are. We will talk about all the concept that OSB has, like virtualization, proxy services, business services, and you know, you will be doing some exercises on that. As the last content, we will talk about BAM. So BAM provides the dashboard thing. If I have to see the system, you know, if I have to see the system in the real time, or you know, monitor my system in the real time, BAM helps me in doing it, and we will see how we can, you know, do that. So if you see a footprint, it says a full end-to-end tutorial using Beeple, ESB, BAM, business rule, and human task will be provided with this training. So till the time we will reach BAM, we should be in a good shape to end our tutorial. So these are some of the advanced topics. These are for the people who want to go for certified. So for the certifications, I am a certified, and I'm Oracle SoA certified. And you know, if somebody wants to go for certification, so you know, they can take these advanced topics with us, and you know, we can help them getting them certified on the things. So let's talk about what service-oriented architecture means. So service-oriented architecture, as you see, is built from two words. One is architecture, another is a services. So what the architecture means? Architecture means a framework that is already been defined for you. So it's actually a framework. It's an open source framework which has been proposed by Oracle, IBM, Microsoft. They sit together and you know, frame that. So that's why I say SoA is a generic concept. Then comes the word called service. So service makes something like anything that can do a unique piece of work. So of a particular business process, like if you must have seen on most of the site the Yahoo Web Services, or you know, for what they do is Yahoo Weather Services, where you send the zip code to it. You don't know how that service is implementing. Only you know is that you get the weather out of it, weather of that particular place. So in that paradigm, there is always a consumer and there is always a provider. Consumer knows what to send and what to expect. Okay, so this is what a services means actually. So we will go more deeper into it, what services are, how they are built, how you define what a service is, and when I go for a project, how I say, hey, this will be my service. But as such, we can just take note at this moment that services are defined as something which can do one unique piece of work, or like order API. I call a order API once, so it will create one order for me. That is a concept of a service. So when I add both the terms and make it SoA, service-oriented architecture, I come up with a term called architect SoA, and it says is an architectural style for integrating loosely coupled interacting software services. So here is the word called loosely coupled. So this is the major component which makes the due to which the SoA is gaining the popularity. So let's think of a scenario. Okay, so sorry for that. Let's think of a scenario. Mostly in the legacy world, something this was happening. I was having a for my CRM system for my organization, I bought Siebel. For my order management, I bought Oracle Apps with Oracle Financials. For my demand and planning, I bought Demantra. So I thought of, oh, I have to integrate these things. So I started integrating one another with each other using, FTP, EJBs, or you can go to the more level like GMS. This was the way we were integrating. Tomorrow, a new component came up. Suppose I said, let me have PeopleSoft now for my HRMS. So I had to integrate this with everything. So if you see, this system is very tightly coupled. If I have to change something, suppose tomorrow PSFT goes off, PeopleSoft goes off, and I bought some new system, I have to change all the systems. And as and more I am adding the system, my integration scenario is becoming very, becoming very tough to maintain. So the concept of SoA came up. We started saying it, rather than having everything as this, let's expose the systems as services. Okay, and then we started defining something like this. This is still my Siebel system. This is my PeopleSoft system. This is my Oracle app system, and I created a middleware called Oracle SoA. So now my integrations, I do something like this. Tomorrow a new system is added to me. Okay, like now if I start a Salesforce came, I just plugged in with it without losing my without changing my whole system, or without doing anything. I just plug and play. I can remove any system at any given time without bringing whole of my enterprise system down. So this is the concept of what loosely coupled means. And that's why SoA is gaining popularity. SoA helps in the long term for cutting down the cost of all organizations are moving towards they need integration for their different systems. So how they can cut the cost? So SoA helps them in doing this because it always makes the system loosely coupled. Okay, so they are with having this type of architecture makes you are not dependent on any system. Even the changes are all local, and you can make your system more efficient. So now since we have talked about the SoA little bit, let's define what Oracle suite of SoA products have it. So this is a SoA current release of SoA that from Oracle is 11.1.5. that is the current release. So if in the here what we have is when you install, there a service infrastructure gets installed. This is the backbone of the SoA, through which different components we call people, mediators, human workflows, they are all components which is they interact with each other. So first thing is BPEL. So BPL is used for orchestrating the SoA, orchestrating the services. So that's the only job that BPEL does. Then the mediators. Mediators only do three things. They route the things, they transform the things, and they virtualize the thing. I took an example of Siebel, and I take Oracle apps, and I also had something called PeopleSoft. Okay, so Siebel is sending some data to it, and I send the data to two different places. Sending the data to two different places called routing. Obviously Siebel has some different format of data than these two, so obviously this needs to be converted, and they are converted using XSLT. This is called transformation. And when I say virtualization, mediator helps me